hold it? It's easier. Better. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Penny.
You know, I came a little bit late, so I'm going to make an assumption that a lot of people's rebel stories came from when they were younger. Now, I'm not 20, but it comes from, I had to think back. Saw a lot of great stories when I was younger because I think it's because when we are under 20, right, we had that earlier, that great story where we realized that there's a point where our thinking systems change. So when we're kind of under 20 or 25, I don't know what the point is, but we think differently. We evaluate things differently. We have a different perspective. So I'm going to share with you whatever possessed me to have this perspective. I think I was 17, and we used to go on road trips, right? I don't know if you guys ever did that, right? That was great. You know, you had a car. I had a car. I was very fortunate. And my friends would all gather in the car, and we'd go down to the beach. Regardless of whether we had school or not, we'd go down to the beach. So we had taken the liberty of missing a day of school. We went down to the beach, and I tend to drive a little bit fast. So unfortunately, on the way back from the beach, I was pulled over and I got a speeding ticket. And I thought, this is not acceptable. Somebody told me that if you go to the court, right, that you can actually get out of these tickets. Now, it would require me skipping one more day of school, but that's acceptable, right, to get out of the ticket? I thought so. That's what I mean, thinking systems. So I thought, okay, cool, who's with me? Of course, all my friends wanted to come, right? So I filled up the car again, and of course, it was at the beach, so I was able to go down to Ocean City, Maryland again. And we had a great day at the beach. We went, I got out of the ticket, it was awesome. And we're driving along this side road, and I must have been speeding again. But I looked to the side of me. This is where the great thinking systems come in. I look to the side of me, and I see this car passing me. And it's one of those non-labeled cars, but I knew it was a police officer because he was wearing the police officer shirt, right? I could see the badge, the emblems on the side or whatever, and I was like, shit. I was like, oh, can I say that? I'm on YouTube. So I had to think quickly, as we do as teenagers. I had to think quickly, okay, this is not done yet. He did not bust me. I did not see him turn around, but I do see his brake lights going on, and he's turning. So I went, and I turned down the side, and I turned down this other street, and we pulled in this driveway, and I told my friend, get out and pretend like you're sick. So she's out going, right? And so we figure, well, maybe he won't find us. Maybe if he does, that story will work, that, she was sick. So he pulls up and he goes, nice try, ladies. So luckily, he was a pretty cool cop. And I can't remember if I got a ticket or not. I think I did. Because I think at that point, it's kind of hard to talk your way out of it that you didn't really try to run him. So I think I was smart enough at that point just to say, okay, you got me. So we got back in the car and we went home, and that was just an example of why I think it was a couple months ago when we did, I forget what the topic was. My brother had told me that I was just like Ferris Bueller in his mind. When he saw that movie, he's like, oh my God, that is totally my sister. And so those were my rebel years and kind of the strange thinking systems that we sometimes have when we're teenagers.